All right, I got a question here. When you are a beginner and you're trying to find clients, should you focus on writing and practicing all types of copy at the start, including long form emails and sales pages, or should you just focus on short emails or ads, which might get us more practice and quick feedback while finding clients? I'm sorry to do this to you, but it depends. Alex and I did a whole video. I'm sure Noah will put the thumbnail like right here or something like that. Where we talked about like the kinds of copy that would be great for a beginner portfolio, but it's really just a rule of thumb. And there's an advantage to focusing only on short form as you are learning because they are short. It's easier to practice. Like, I always recommend that the first type of copy that any beginner should practice is just a bullet, because if you can be persuasive in a bullet, well, you can start scaling up that skill further and further. And I don't just mean persuasive. I also mean like intriguing and fascinating and like, provocative and spicy. Like your bullets need to be good, because if you could be, really focused and really powerful in a bullet, well, all of a sudden you're going to be able to write, more powerful sentences, then more powerful paragraphs, and more powerful sections, and more powerful emails, and, more powerful long form stuff. It depends on the kinds of jobs that you're trying to get. It depends on the kinds of clients that you're trying to get. Find a business in some random niche, like literally go to ChatGPT and be like, give me the most random business ideas you can possibly think of. And then just go research like those businesses and how they market and get customers or monetize those customers. Every business only has those two functions. And then what you want to do is like look at and be like, hey, the copy on this person's welcome email was really confusing and bad. Well, that's your opportunity as a copywriter to be like, okay, well, I'm going to rewrite and practice this welcome email, try to get it as good as I can. And then what you do is you reach out to that business with that free piece of copy, and then you're like, hey, I noticed this problem with your business. It could be blocking you from like advancing and generating more revenue with your business. I took it upon myself to rewrite it for you. I can also do this for the other things that I noticed about your business that might be stopping you from achieving the goals that you want. Yada, yada, yada. And if you do that, your chances of actually succeeding and getting a client through cold outreach, it goes way, way up. Of all the freelancers that reach out to publishers in the financial direct response publishing space, the way that most of them got work or landed work with a company is by actually writing like a spec lead or a spec sales letter, like just on their own, and send it into the publisher and was like, hey, I want to write this for you. Hey, I want to put this out. Totally free, but I would like royalty. Or they'll send like a spec lead, and then they'll say like, if you want me to finish this, pay me. Stuff like that. I'm so sorry to do this to you. Like, it's so much easier to sell you shit if I'm just more of an absolutist asshole about stuff. But the truth is that it just depends on like your dispositions, what you want to do, what you're interested in. Like us at Copy That, like all of us were generalists first that then niched down. And part of that was like, by being generalists, we found the stuff that interested us and the stuff that we were good at. And then we just like sort of filtered down to those things and then just kept like pursuing the things that we were winning at. And that's how a niche chooses you. And like that's not just like the topic that you write about, like, health or fitness or finance or whatever. It's also the type of copy you write, like long form or brand strategy or e-commerce sales funnels or whatever the hell it is that I do. All of us chose like different things to do, and then eventually we found stuff where we sort of like found our pocket and then like just sort of settled in. I recommend going broad, but here's the complicated thing that like the reason why we have terrible YouTube retention, and it's because like, hey, you can also go specific too. I know plenty of people that chose a specific niche or a specific type of copy, and they were like, I'm only gonna do this. I wanna become the best at this that I can be, and then sell their services, and then gradually raise their prices, and then gradually get more clients, and then gradually scale their operation, and then bingo bango, they become a premium operator and agency within 3 fucking years. Like, that happens all of the time. It happens all of the time. Does it happen to a lot of people? No, it happens to like a good like clutch of people, but not everybody. But that's certainly a way that you can do it. And so again, like just pick a thing. The cool thing about just randomly picking a thing and then trying it for a little bit is you can always just change and like do something a little bit different. modify what you're doing in some slight way, and then see if that works a little bit better for you. There is no such thing as best, but there is going to be a best for you. Now, is there a best way to pick a certain type of copy to land clients? Probably not. But for each individual client, for each individual business, there is going to be a best thing that would appeal to them the most, because every business has its bottlenecks, every business has its problems. Your job early in your copywriting career is trying to figure out what those things are. And researching a business is almost the exact same process as researching a customer that you're trying to sell to. And we have plenty of videos about that. The 22-hour mega course is one of them. Good luck.